lagi di Prime Words CNBC Indonesia, masih bersama dengan Duta Besar Belanda untuk Indonesia. Your Excellency, let's continue our discussion. This one about investment. The Indonesian government offer investment in the new capital city project. So how does the Netherlands view on this new capital city project, and what types of investment that Netherlands interest in?
Well, on the new capital city, I'm an urban planner by background, so I'm, from a personal view, very interested in what's happening there. I think what's important is that the private sector is allowed to invest in that project. As a government, probably we cannot force companies or private sector to invest, but it's up to the private sector itself. Now, of course, we still need to see how the plans are being worked out, if there's sufficient backing, both by government and by private investors. But if the thing is going to happen, then I foresee, for instance, opportunities for Dutch companies in a wide range of sectors. But one thing I'm thinking of, for instance, is horticulture. The Dutch agriculture and horticulture is famous worldwide for very high quality, tailor-made, just-in-time solutions. So the provision of food to the new capital city, I'm sure that Dutch investors will be interested in providing that. Investing in horticulture around the city or even within the city through urban farming. Another element which might be interesting for Dutch companies is water management, the drainage, the drinking water facilities, sewage water. It's typically a sector where Dutch companies have a lot of expertise and would be ready to share and invest in the new capital city. As an urban planner, of course, I would say Dutch urban planning is famous because it's, in Indonesia you say rapi, it's very well organized in the Netherlands. If you aim to have a clean, smart city where you use environment-friendly, sustainable solutions, climate neutral, where circular economy is an important element. If that's the goal of the government of Indonesia, then there are many Dutch companies which are ready to provide solutions, because that's something we are good at. And I can talk on for hours on this because there are many possibilities, but of course first we need to see whether the plans will really be turned into reality.
Okay, so last questions for our discussion today. Wow. So what's your hope to bilateral relationship between the Netherlands and Indonesia for a long term?
Well, my hope is that the relations can even be better. The relations are already at a very, very good level, excellent level. We had a very successful state visit by the Dutch King and the Queen, and they were accompanied by hundreds of companies here. That was 2 years ago. We see very intensive relations between the governments of Indonesia and the Netherlands, but we also see a lot of people-to-people connections and relations. For instance, there are thousands of Indonesian students, around 2,500 every year, who go to the Netherlands. We see a lot of researchers exchanging. This month, in 2 weeks' time, there will be a big delegation from the Netherlands. Our Minister of Education and Research will come to Indonesia with a huge delegation of all the top CEOs of Dutch universities and higher education institutions. So you see that not only the governments, but also the people and the institutions, the society, are connecting quite well. Now, what I hope is that we can further increase our investment position. The Netherlands worldwide is one of the top 4 investors, so we are a very big investor. We are already by far the biggest European investor in Indonesia, but I think we can even do more. It would be helpful if the Indonesian investment climate would also allow European Dutch companies to invest by being predictable, stable, equal. So these are conditions, of course, which are important, but we are already a big investor and we want to invest more. We hope that the trade balance can increase a little bit because it's very unequal. Indonesia is exporting much more to the Netherlands than the Netherlands to Indonesia. So there's some homework to be done. We hope that our education and science cooperation can continue, and where I in particular see potential for exchange is in the field which we discussed, the energy transition, renewable energy, sustainable solutions for a climate neutral future. This, I think, where economically our two countries can really step up efforts. And a part of that, I think we love each other. The Dutch people love Indonesia. We have a big cultural center here. It's called the Erasmus House at the embassy. There's a lot of cultural exchange. I know the Indonesian students who go to the Netherlands love the Netherlands because there's a lot of Indonesian food in the Netherlands. It's easy to buy your own Indonesian food. And of course, the connections between the countries are very close. So I'm very grateful for that. And I hope we can continue those good relations in the future. And next time we'll have this interview in the Netherlands.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward for that.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time with CNBC Indonesia. Stay healthy.
Thank you very much. Sama-sama.
Ya pemirsa, itu dia diskusi kami bersama dengan Duta Besar Belanda untuk Indonesia. CNBC Indonesia, Beyond Business.